Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Ultra Confusion interview. This time we have
Erik Schrader.
And Erik, what game do you have to show at MomoCon?
Here at MomoCon 2018, I am showing off Everspace by Rockfish Games. It is an arcade spaceship shooter with roguelike elements.
So, how long has this game been in development?
This game's been in development for a little bit of time. It actually was kickstarted back at the end of 2015. And before that, I'm actually not sure how long it was in development for, maybe 6 to 8 months. And then from there, probably another 6 to 8 months until we hit a 1.0 release. Mm-hmm. And from there, we then added DLC, moved it on to Xbox, as well as just launching on PS4 this last week. And it's also coming to Switch. So grand total, probably about 2 years to get all of the updates, all of the hot fixes, and everything into the game.
So let me get this right. It's available. It's potentially going to be on the Switch. You have it on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and I'm assuming the PC, correct?
Yes. In the PC version, it's out also on Mac and Linux. So pick your poison.
Wow, there's not a lot of games on Linux.
Yeah, it's true. The Linux community really enjoyed the fact that we came over. So if you are a Linux player, look for us.
So in the process of making this game to what it is today, what kind of hurdles have you had to overcome?
That's a great question. Well, a little bit of backstory to answer that question. So we were originally Fish Labs, and we created the Galaxy on Fire series. So Galaxy on Fire 1, Galaxy on Fire 2, and both of the expansions for Galaxy on Fire 2 are also under our belt. After that scene, the publishers were pushing in a different direction than what the team would have liked to have gone. So a large portion of the team left Fish Labs and started crowdfunding Everspace. Through that was the Kickstarter back at the end of 2015. We had a lot of support, a huge community surrounded us, and because of your support, we were able to create Everspace. That was probably our biggest hurdle, was figuring out how are we going to financially support this. Now, through that as well, because of our optimization of graphics in the mobile market with, tiny little processors, we were able to bring a lot of that experience over to the PC and console market, which helped us create some very impressive graphics for really good processors that you see today.
So, what influences created this game? Or was there like, God, I just want to make this game, it'd be cool if we did this? Or was there like, I like these games and I want to make my own brand of it?
Yeah. No, that's another absolutely great question, truthfully. So I think a lot of indie developers, they're influenced by a lot of the games that they're playing, and they just fall in love with these core concepts and mechanics, right? Mm-hmm. And for us, the space genre as a whole, it's gone very simulation. And, I'm mad props to those out there who are doing the realistic void, empty space, because that's what it is, and you're going to spend a lot of time traveling from point A to point B, and engaging other players isn't going to be something that you see very often. And you get this management of all your ship components and all of these things, and it's like there's economic trading, all stuff. We wanted to just cut straight to the chase. We wanted to give you arcade action. We wanted to put you into the mix, fast-paced gameplay. And so here, we're romanticizing a space environment. Instead of it being realistic, it's far more sci-fi, something like Star Wars, giving you a lot to do in a contained space so that you can keep the gameplay and the pacing high, fast, fueled action.
So what advice or words of wisdom would you give an individual who's trying to break into the indie game scene?
Don't give up. It's really about letting your passion out and shining through your work, right? There have been a lot of hurdles. We've been fortunate to have a lot of guys who've got a lot of years of experience under the belt through the mobile market that have been able to push through this. But here at MomoCon, just talking about it as a whole, a lot of the independent developers are doing this as a hobby. Mm-hmm. It's a side job to their full time. And holy cow, just the love that you see come out of these experiences. You will not find this in a AAA title. You just won't. So if you are an indie developer and you have a passion, shoot for the stars. Absolutely. Do not give up on it, because there are people who want to experience your vision.
So where can individuals find information on Everspace?
Everspace can be found at everspace-game.com. We also have a subreddit. There's also Twitter. There's both Rockfish Games, which is the company behind Everspace, as well as an Everspace on Twitter. We also have a Discord. We're on Facebook. You can find a YouTube channel. There's a lot of locations.
You covered all the bases.
Yes, and I am the community ambassador for the team.
Mm-hmm.
My handle online is Giraffosaur. So if you're ever floating around any of the Everspace things and you see this guy called Giraffosaur floating around, that's me. I'd love to have a conversation with you.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for taking time to do this interview. I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully Everspace kicks a lot of ass, and hopefully any other future projects continue to do so.
Absolutely.
Thanks.